Good afternoon. Are we having a transformative afternoon so far? Let's hear it. Well, I am here today to talk about a lie. In specific, a sexy lie. I know there are lots of lies. Some of them are sexy, some of them are very unsexy. But I'd like to talk specifically about the lie or the idea that being a sex object is empowering. And I'd like to convince you that it is not empowering. New objectification culture has emerged in the past 10 years, and it's marked by two things. One is an increase in the number of sexually objectifying ads in television, movies, video games, music videos, magazines, and other mediums. And the second advertising component is that the images have become more extreme, more hypersexualized. To men, they're being sold this idea constantly that they are sexual subjects. They are in the driver's seat. It makes them feel powerful to see images of objectified women everywhere. And for women, we are being sold this idea that this is how we get our value and this is the way to become the ideal sex object, which is why instead of sex selling, these ideas of subjectivity and objectivity are being sold. So we see men's magazines with scantily clad women, and we see women's magazines with scantily clad women. What can we do about this? Plan of action. First, I'd like to propose some personal actions, because what sexual objectification does is actually set up a sexy ceiling that damages women or harms them personally, politically, and professionally. I want to focus on the personal here. What can we do? We can stop consuming damaging materials, girls, women, because we know within the first 3 minutes that our self-esteem goes down when we're looking at fashion magazines. We can stop competing with other girls and women. When we see a woman who is getting attention for this, we can understand that she is part of a system where the rules are stacked against us. She is not a problem, she is a symptom of a problem. And we can stop seeking attention for our bodies. We raise our little boys to view their bodies as tools to master their environments. We raise our little girls to view their bodies as projects to constantly be improved. What if women started to view their bodies as tools to master their environment, as tools to get you from one place to the next, as these amazing vehicles for moving through the world in a new way? And for boys, be a supportive ally. Understand what's happening around you, what's going on in the minds of the women around you. Don't evaluate girls and women based upon how they look. Evaluate them for what they say and what they do. And finally, use your position of privilege strategically to speak out against objectification. So moving beyond the personal to the political, you can boycott, you can simply refuse to consume materials that sexually objectify girls and women. You can contact media producers when something is offensive to you. You can produce your own media. Get behind the camera, write, act, direct, and you can also engage in new media activism. There's an incredible world at your disposal to bring about political change. So, lastly, I'll leave you with this idea of imagining a different world. I'd like you to imagine a world where girls and women don't spend an hour every morning putting on their makeup and doing their hair. I'd like you to imagine a world where women are valued for what they say and what they do, rather than the way they look. I would like you to imagine a world where instead of spending time on dress and appearance, we actually directed our energies to dealing with serious problems like human trafficking, sexualized violence, homophobia, poverty, hunger. And lastly, because you are the architects of your future, I would like to remind you that sometimes architects have to demolish paradigms in order to build a better world. So my question for you is, what better world will you build? Thank you.